Welcome to Quail's Knitting Nest. My name is Joy, and I'm delighted to have
Vickie.
You're back on.
I am.
You were on almost exactly a year ago.
Wow.
Yeah, it was last September.
Time flies.
I know, right?
Yes.
Wow. But I thought it'd be fun to have you back to kind of catch up this past year and see what you've done and just share your knitting again.
Okay. Thank you, Joy.
First, tell us what you're wearing.
I am wearing Tanis Lavallee's Rocket Tee.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was a fun knit. It's fingering weight. She used fingering weight merino with a mohair, but I used just all merino.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I didn't recognize it, because the stripes, she has like those mohair stripes that go in it. Okay.
I figured it'd be a little bit too warm with the mohair, but on a day like today, it's what, about 78. It's perfect.
It is.
Yeah,
and there's actually a cool breeze blowing.
Yeah.
I was sitting outside and had to move into the sun because I was getting chilly.
Wow. But it was a fun knit. It was a long knit though, with all the fingering. But it was a fun knit.
Actually, I just watched the episode again last night that you were on, and that one you had just started your very first fingering sweater.
Yeah.
And you're talking about how long it takes to knit with fingering. So here we go again.
I know, for summer, another one.
Well, at least it's only short sleeves, right?
Right.
You don't have to knit the whole wool all the way down.
Yeah.
And do you remember what yarn it is?
This is a Sandnes called Sunday yarn.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Is it a cotton or?
It's a merino wool.
Oh, it is merino.
Yeah, it is
you
merino.
did say that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's not too hot.
It's not too hot. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think if it was humid, it would be, but no.
Oh, yeah.
No.
It dried out. We had rain come through this morning, and then like this whole front came through, and now it's just gorgeous out.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I'm wearing. This is based on a pattern called the Goodfellow top by Faina Goberstein, and I use Juniper Moon's Zooey Zoe.
I love
For
that.
This bottom piece is from the pattern,
Okay.
and then it has a lace part that I ended up not using, and I substituted this lace as well as this. But then this strip around the neck and the sleeves was from the pattern.
Okay.
So
Now, the original pattern had lace?
it did,
Yeah.
just a different lace,
Mm-hmm.
and I forget why I changed it up.
Oh, that's pretty.
And I did make it
Love it.
longer. It's the original pattern is really cropped. Like I
Uh-huh.
think it's supposed to be like up this.
Wow.
But I did add a little length to it.
Oh, I love that.
I like it a lot too.
Uh-huh.
And I really like this yarn. I know Janet hates this yarn because it splits. Although I feel like most linens and cottons tend to be a little bit splitty,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you're used to working with wool, which sticks together.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of the nature of the beast.
I found if you use a needle that's not quite as sharp,
Mm.
it doesn't pick up. You know,
Mhm.
it doesn't go into the fibers.
Yeah,
The strand is splitty.
a nice blunt tip needle.
Yeah.
Which is what my Addy Turbos are. They're blunt tip. I don't have the Rockets, which have the pointy lace tips on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, what'd you bring to show us today?
Well, I brought the sweater, my fingering sweater that I was working on my last episode. It's called Winter into Summer, and I finished that. And I really like a fingering weight sweater. They're so
The weight of it
the
to
weight
wear.
of it to
Yeah.
wear. It's so comfortable.
That's
And I
beautiful.
think I've worn it a lot.
Yeah, it's showing its age a little bit.
Yes, I wear it a lot. Yeah.
Hold it up, show all the way down to the bottom of the
Okay.
fade. So, oh yeah, you
Yeah.
can see where it, okay. Actually, I think it picks it up better in the camera,
Yeah,
the darker green at the
yeah.
bottom. Very nice.
Yeah.
Do you remember what yarn you used for this?
I did know, but now I can't remember.
Okay. And it's a fingering.
Yeah, it's a fingering, and it's a faded.
Oh, you
I
had bought it?
bought it for 5 colors.
You had bought it in like
To
a shawl
to
set
make
or
a
something.
shawl set. Yes, but I
That
didn't
turned
care
out
for it.
Beautiful.
So thank you.
I really like what you did with that.
Oh, thank you. Very much.
I always think it would be fun to do one of those fades in like a sweater. Well, I mean, there are faded sweater patterns, but you can get those kits with all the fades in it.
Yeah.
But I just never have.
Yeah.
In the last episode with Janet, I was working on some little mittens for my coworkers.
Oh, I love
Ornaments. So I did finish
those.
them. I made a whole bunch. They're in my Arna Carlos bag. So I forget how many I made.
Oh, they're cute.
All with leftover sock yarn scraps.
Wow. Now, do you wrap them when you give them, or
No.
do they get to pick their favorite one? Or?
It depends. So I have 4 coworkers. So 4 of these will go to where I work.
Nice.
And I'll probably let them pick, or at least the first person will get their choice of which. And then the rest of them, I usually just give as like a gift topper.
Uh-huh.
So I'll just put it in with the bow when the gift is wrapped or whatever. So I just,
Love it. Yeah.
there's no, you don't get to choose then. I just give you whatever I give you.
They're cute. Now, how long does it take you to do one? Couple hours?
Not even.
Wow.
Less than an hour. For
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I have 10.
Wow.
I think I just pulled out random sock yarn scraps
Mhm.
and then decided I have all these little balls I made, just as well make one from each one, and then I'll have lots to give out this year.
Cute. Cute. Oh, I do remember my yarn.
Okay.
This was Qing fibers.
Oh, okay.
Qing fibers.
Where did you get it? Do you remember?
I got this from Stephen West's shop.
Oh, when you were over in Amsterdam.
Yes.
And I also finished I have 2 squares on my Afghan. This is Norah's vintage Afghan that I'm working on. So I have squares 18 and 19. This one is 18.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I love that one. It's beautiful.
I really like this one too. Very fun.
Uh-huh.
And then this is square 19, which I don't like as much, but it's very
Ooh.
big and bold.
Ooh. It is.
She does an interesting thing to make the cables really pop. This is actually a 4-stitch cable.
Okay.
It looks like a 2-stitch cable because the 2 edge stitches are purled. So it's purl, knit, knit, purl is the 4 stitches that you're cabling. And because the purls recede, it makes the 2 knit stitches pop even more than they normally would on a cable piece. And she's done that a couple of times on different squares from the pattern.
And they're blocked?
Yeah, these are blocked.
They are beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm getting close.
You are.
I think I have 2 more squares to make, and then I'll have to start putting it together.
Wow. You're going to have to show us how you put it together.
Okay.
I think it'll be interesting.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
That would be. What else did you bring?
Oh, I brought my Stratified sweater. I think the last podcast I had the yarn.
Yes,
but
and you hadn't even started.
I hadn't even started, so I did this over the winter.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Are these the colors from the pattern, or did you?
These are the colors.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was the colors that first drew me to the sweater.
Oh, okay.
And so when I was at Stephen West's shop, they had the book where I got the pattern from, the worsted book from Amy Gio. They had the pattern book there, and then I picked the colors from the book. They helped me pick them.
Nice.
Yes.
And it's his yarn?
It's his yarn. It's West wool.
Is it worsted?
It's DK.
Oh, DK.
It's nice wool.
It does feel nice.
And it's got 10% of Dutch lamb
Oh,
wool
okay.
in it. So
Mixed in.
it's got a little bit of, yeah. And then with the leftover yarn that I had,
Yeah.
I made another sweater from
Another
her
one.
book. I don't have it with me because I gifted it.
Okay.
But I had enough where I could make this sweater. I only needed one more skein of the main color, which was the gray.
Oh, okay.
So I really kind of got
Two sweaters out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So it was really...
I guess that's an advantage of using so many colors.
Yes.
Because then it stretches your
yeah.
quantity
so
out.
Worked. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well,
Very
thank
nice.
you. I've been making a lot of sweaters lately. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I do.
It is nice to make a sweater.
Yeah.
You feel like you've really accomplished something when you do that.
Yeah, you do. Especially if they fit. That's
bonus points.
Yes. But I've learned now I'm always trying them. I try it on
As you
I
go.
knit, and then for the length and all that. So
Yeah, because if you put all that work into it and then you can't wear it, it's very frustrating.
Because when I started this one with the fingering, I kept trying it on, and I knew then I would have to go up.
Oh.
At least I had to go up 2 sizes because I'm such a tight knitter.
Oh, okay.
And the way the pattern worked.
So you weren't getting gauge? Or did you just...
I was, but it just was too small. So the way you just keep increasing on the top, so I was able to go up without having to modify.
Oh, so just
you
keep doing the increases until it fits.
Yeah.
Right.
Good.
Yeah.
It worked.
Nice. Yeah. Well, last episode, Janet had made the Knitter's Day Out cowl.
Oh, yes.
And so since then, I have made mine. Oh, it's got a fold line in it.
I love it.
So this is my version of it. It's called Along the Susquehanna, and it's by Elizabeth Durand. And I use Nature Spun Sport for this. Actually, I don't think I did anything different. I might have added an extra row of garter at the top and the bottom. And then I put lots of birds in my sky, as well as what I intended to be clouds.
That's great. Yeah, you got the pearl bumps for your cloud.
Yeah.
That's neat.
So
it's gonna be great to see everyone wearing them.
Yes. Now you're going, right?
I am, and I made one as well.
Oh yeah, show yours.
Mine I had scrap yarn, so I used different colors.
Nice.
So I have the blue for the water, kind of an irony color for the railroad, dark blue for the road.
Oh, and you can even see on camera, she's got beads in here for the lines.
Yeah, the markers.
That really makes it stand out. I like it.
Yeah. And then my top was very wide.
Yeah.
I like my cowls tighter, so I just put a tuck. I put a tuck with a button.
Try it on. Show us how it fits with that. That's a great idea for the beads for those stripes.
I thought it'd be fun just to kind of pop it.
Yeah.
You know, like when the headlights are on the road at night, you can see
they reflect.
Yeah, the reflection.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Like instead of just hanging open like this,
it just
draws it up.
I like to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to put decreases, and then I thought, no, let me just do it the way the pattern's written. And
were you thinking about the button then too, or was that an afterwards?
No, it was an afterthought. Yeah. That's what's fun about knitting. You know, can kind of improvise a little bit.
Oh, darn! I really like that with the beads. I'm wishing I had done that too. That's such a good idea, though.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted it. Well, especially with such a dark color for the road, I wanted it to pop a little bit.
Yeah. So with mine, with the light color, you can see the lines. It's like alternating pearl knit.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see it.
Yeah, you
But
can.
the beads really make it pop.
It was a fun knit.
It was a fun knit.
It really was.
And I liked reading her descriptions of the different.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Yeah, the river, the train tracks, the road, the field, the sky. I just thought that was really well thought out. You know, you can tell she put thought into it.
Mm-hmm.
So Knitter's Day Out's coming up September 30th, I think.
Yeah.
It's the last Friday and Saturday of September this year, and it's in Harrisburg. And you're going.
I'm going.
And I'm going. I'm teaching this year. I did bring the things that I'm teaching to show you.
Good.
I looked today, and registration is still open.
Okay.
I don't know when they're closing it, but it's still open, and there's still lots of room in classes. So if you want to go to Knitter's Day Out, you can see us there and take a class and visit the market.
Yeah, it's a fun event, and the lunch is delicious.
Yes, it is.
And it's made by the students at the college, I believe.
Or it used to be.
Yeah, it used to be in their culinary.
I don't know if they've changed it up since COVID, but yeah, at least it used to be.
Fun.
Mm-hmm. So one of the classes I'm teaching is interlock.
Oh.
And this is the project we're going to do.
Oh, that's neat. I didn't see this one.
No?
No, and I thought I went through. Are you doing this Friday night?
No. This is Saturday morning.
Okay. I didn't see this in the class description. Very nice.
Well, if you want to take the class, there's still room. But I'm sure interlock's pretty easy.
Yeah.
This is a beginner class. And then I'm doing one advanced class Saturday afternoon, which is the reversible cables.
Wow.
So I have 2 scarves that I'm using, and one of them is this. So this has cables on both sides, and it's cables over a garter stitch background. So I'm going to teach how to do that using this pattern.
Beautiful.
And then I have a second one, which is this.
Wow.
And this is double knit cables using 2 colors. And there's different permutations of this that you can do simply by changing where you place the colors when you cast on. So those are the 2 techniques I'm going to show. Cabling over a garter stitch background reversibly, and then double knit cables using color.
That's a great class. Is it one class
Yeah.
with the 2 techniques?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one class.
Beautiful. Now, do they have homework for the class?
Yeah, well, the only homework is casting on the beginning of this scarf. This scarf we're going to cast on in class because there's 3 different options for where to place the colors when you start it. So I'm going to have them cast on in class, and then we'll go from there. Because as soon as you cast on, then you start the double knitting.
Right.
And so if any of them are rusty on their double knitting, you have 4 rows to practice your double knitting before you add in the cabling.
Good. Oh, that would be great. Boy, so you're going to be busy all day.
Yes, which is always the case. I always teach 2 classes. Last year was the only class I taught 3. That was really busy. Yeah, I can only do that if I can get the day off work because the first class starts at 6 o'clock on Friday. And I can't get out there in time. Did you have any other finished things you want to show?
Well, I did bring another sweater that I just finished.
Oh, yeah, fresh off the needles.
Yeah, and a ranunculus.
How many of ranunculi have you made?
This is number 3. They are fun. And this one I combined 2, just a off-white fingering merino with light pale blue mohair, silk mohair.
Love it. Oh, it really feels luscious.
Thank you.
Now, is this for you?
This is for a sister. It's for her birthday.
Oh, and it has sparkle in it, too.
It's her 60th birthday. So I thought we'd have a little sparkle. She lives in South Carolina, so this will be a nice weight for the winter for her.
Oh, my, yes. Wow, it feels scrumptious.
Yeah, thank you.
Really
Yeah,
soft.
it was fun.
you remember what the yarn brand was?
Drops. I
Okay.
used the drops.
Lovely.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I see that pattern is on the top 10 or 20 on Ravelry practically every single day. Every time I check it.
I think there's hundreds of thousands of, yes. And it's
amazing.
funny, when you go out, I don't really see people wearing it, but they are making it.
They're definitely making it, yeah.
But it's nice because you can use all different types of yarn.
It's a very versatile.
Very versatile. And the yoke is so fun to knit. It really is. So I may make another one. We'll see.
Add it to your list.
Add it to my list.
Well, earlier this year, I hurt my back, so I bought myself a hot water bottle. And then I had to make a cover for it.
It's beautiful.
So this is my hot water bottle cover. It has a cable on the front, and it's just plain rib on the back.
I love that.
Aran Felted Hot Water Bottle Cover by Ann Budd. And I used Plymouth Galway worsted for this.
That's nice.
And the pattern, it does call for it to be felted. When I made mine, I was afraid it was too tight. Like if I didn't want to throw it in the washer because it would shrink to like half its size. So I put it in the sink in hot water and I tried to hand felt it. And I felt like I was getting nowhere. I spent 10, 20 minutes on it.
Oh, that's a lot of,
But
pushing.
It did full a little bit, enough to like close the gaps between the stitches. And I'm really happy with that, how it turned out.
Now, did you dry it with the hot water bottle in it?
Yes, I did.
Give it shape? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I love it. And the color. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a nice color. See the bottles inside. The pattern actually has the cable go all the way up, and then it's like a folded down turtleneck.
Oh, yes.
But I opted not to do that.
Oh, I like it with the rib. It goes with the rib on them. I like it. It just looks, very nice.
Nice warm turtleneck for your hot water.
Is your throw Galway yarn as well?
No, the Afghan squares are made out of Cascade Eco Wool.
Oh, all right.
Which is worsted.
Yes.
But it's very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have one final finished object to show.
Oh, joy.
I just made myself a pair of new gloves.
Oh, I love those.
Do you want to try this one on?
Yes.
That's the left hand.
Oh. You may not get it back.
These are called the Spice Root Gloves by Mary Ann Stevens.
Oh, yeah, they're so pretty. Look at that.
It has 4 colors in it, and I just used scraps out of my stash. So 3 of them are Distal Fink Farm Raised Fingering, and then the 4th color is Cascade Fingering.
I know the Distal Fink is one of your favorites.
Yes, I really like that yarn.
And I like the yellow with it. It gives it a nice pop.
I went through, I didn't want to buy yarn, so I just dove into my stash and tried to find colors that I thought might work well together, and I'm happy with how it turned out.
Now, do you knit each finger in the round?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that way there's no seam up the side to give it bulk on the inside.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got that beautiful detail on the side.
Oh,
I don't know if you can even see the edge, but oh, it's beautiful. That is neat.
Yep. And it's a little different on the thumb. So on this pattern, the edging goes up the edge of the thumb like this.
Yeah.
Most, or at least the glove patterns that I've done in the past, that detail goes up the gusset, like up the side this way.
Okay, yeah.
And then you have this whole thumb part to play around with your pattern. But here she's got, it's exactly like the rest of the fingers. So the pattern's on the front and the back with the with the line up the side.
Well, this way the pattern, it's nice. It runs the perimeter of your hand.
Yeah.
But actually, it actually does kind of go up.
Well, right. You have the jog where the gusset is.
Yeah, so
it's subtle.
It's subtle, but boy, it's perfect. It's pretty.
And it's funny, Janet tried these on and she said, oh, the fingers were way too long for her.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh boy, these are perfect fit for me. You must have short fingers.
She must have short fingers, yeah. So I'll take these for a test run. I did these tighter than usual. Usually I do it on a size 1 needle. And I thought if I did it tighter, maybe it would be warmer and also maybe harder wearing. Mm-hmm. So I did these on a 0, which I needed to for the pattern because it was actually 9 stitches per inch on the pattern. And I don't usually quite get that tight.
Okay.
But I'm really happy with them.
Yeah, they're nice.
What else did you bring? Anything?
Well, speaking of color work, I was in Lancaster and I went into their yarn shop.
Oh, Lancaster yarn shop.
Yeah, it was very nice. And I saw this bundle and I walked in the shop and it's got 27 colors.
Oh my goodness.
There's only 5 grams each, but I just thought it would be, I just had to have it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to practice some color work.
Are you?
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know what I'm going to do, but I think it'll be fun.
Yes. So what is the yarn?
This is Woolstock by Blue Sky Fibre.
Okay.
And it's a worsted weight.
5 gram skeins. Wow.
I just really love the colors. So
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Have you ever used the Woolstock before?
Never.
I haven't either.
Never. But
oh, it's really soft
isn't
and
it
bouncy.
Nice?
Yeah. Very squishy.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my souvenir from Amish country. If anyone has any suggestions,
yeah, good idea.
You'll pass it on to me.
Tell us in the comments below suggestions for how many is it?
27 colors.
27 colors.
And each one is labeled. It's a mini hank. Everyone has the lot number, the color number.
Grapes. Yeah. And red rock. And pressed grapes, which is different from grapes.
Yeah.
And deep velvet. Oh my goodness.
There's a lilac bloom and a wild thyme. Mossy green. Loon Lake.
Can you imagine having to come up with all the names for those?
Oh, that was fun.
Well, my new interweave knits came. And I like the pattern on the front.
I do too.
It's a mosaic slip stitch pattern. Reflection by Debbie Mage. Oh wait. Sorry. Reflection is the title of the theme, I guess.
Oh, okay.
The name of the pattern is the Mim Sweater by Debbie Mage.
That's pretty.
And then I thought I'd show you a couple that I like in here. This one is called the Sillin Sweater by Vera Marcoux. So I really like the cables on the front of that. And the back is just plain ribbed. I think if I were to make it, I might do the cables on the back also. Who knows? But I really like that cable feature. And then there's another cable one in here that I also really like. This one.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And this one is called Silver Plume Pullover by Therese Chenoweth. And I really like that one.
Beautiful.
I might actually make this one.
That looks like a seamed one. Is it seamed?
Looks like it.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Worked from the bottom up. Yeah, it must be seamed.
It's pretty with the diamond shape and then the cable.
Yeah, I really like that one.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And then the last one I want to show you is this hat, which I really like. This is called the Tilted Hat by Laura Barker. So it's stranded is what it is. 2-color stranded knitting. I think that's clever.
Enjoy. You make nice hats. That is clever.
I'm definitely gonna make this one. So that's it. I haven't bought any yarn, but I will be.
Yes, in September. How long have you been subscribing to Interweave? You must have a library.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Since 2002, I think, and I may have missed a couple years in between.
Wow.
But I have almost all of them. There's a few issues along the way that I've given away because I didn't like any of the items in the issue, but I still have almost all of them. Yeah. So, for example, this was from an old issue. I forget exactly, but it might have been like 2008 or something. So when I was searching online on Ravelry for a hot water bottle pattern, the one I ended up liking the best was this one. And I still have the pattern because I still have the magazine.
That's neat.
I don't know if you can buy it online at Interweave now or not. I didn't look. But I still have the magazine, so I didn't need to worry about it.
Great.
Yeah. Do you have any works in progress that you brought? What are you doing?
I have taken a little bit of a break because I've had company, and now this weekend we're going to have a big picnic.
Oh.
So I'm getting ready for that. But I'm going to start a sweater for my niece's daughter.
Oh.
And
Okay.
it's actually with some cotton and linen that was gifted to me by Janet. So, and I should have brought the picture, but I've got the pattern, I've got my needles, got everything ready. So,
Do you remember the name of the pattern?
I do not.
Okay.
It's a French name, but it's really cute. It's a little girl size 5, and it's got a little lace work on the top.
All one color or multi?
It's a solid taupey brown, and then the lace work is off-white.
Oh,
with white
nice.
buttons.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be cute.
A pullover?
Cardigan.
Cardigan.
Yeah.
Okay. How old is she?
She's 3. So I'm doing a 5 just to be safe.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Does she live near you?
She's in South Carolina as well.
Oh, okay.
So the cotton linen will be perfect.
Yes.
That blend.
Yeah. Well, I have one work in progress right now, which is yet another pair of socks.
Oh, good.
I have one finished, actually.
Nice. Wow.
And I'm about halfway through the next one. I'm using Regia. It's Arnon Carlos's colorway. I don't know if it says. Yeah, it just says Arnon Carlos. So it's not like they have like a Lou Fulton collection and this collection, that collection. This, I think, was one of their originals that didn't have like its own name. So here's my ball.
That's neat.
And I'm, just actually a little bit past halfway, I guess, on the second sock. So these will be done soon.
Size 1?
Yes.
64?
60.
60.
I usually do 60. I'll only do 64 if there's a certain stitch pattern that like requires it.
Yeah.
Because 64 for me is a little bit too big, I think.
Yeah, it's nice to have your socks tight.
Yes.
I've only knit, I think, 3 pair, and they all seem a little bit loose.
Oh.
So you know what? I probably should try a 60.
And sometimes I'll even do 56.
Okay.
Like Patton's Croy is a heavier sock yarn, so you don't need as many stitches. Even though, like, I have a wide foot, but I compensate by making the foot part a little bit longer.
And do you hand wash your socks?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I put them in a lingerie bag and throw them in the washer, and then I do put them on the rack to dry afterwards. But I know Janet hand washes all her socks. But she doesn't. I mean, I wear them every single day. That would be a lot of hand washing if I did that.
Yes, it would.
Well, thank you for joining us here today. remember, in the comments, let us know if you have ideas for Vickie's color explosion.
That would be great.
And maybe we'll see you at Nearest Day Out. That would be awesome. If you have any questions or other comments, go ahead and add them to the comments below. And enjoy your fall, which is coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.